Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today I want to talk to you about a wonderful disc that I just love of Liszt tone poems. Yeah, Liszt tone poems. The music everybody loves to hate. Really, there have been so few recordings of these works. It's really kind of shocking. They don't get performed much. They don't get recorded much. Everybody looks down on them. They're really, some of them anyway, are very, very good. They're atmospheric and beautiful and formally okay. They may be a little iffy because they're experimental. That's what they were. They were new. They were a whole new concept. And so you have to put up with a little formal waywardness. I mean, God knows the Romantic period was not exactly the apotheosis of formal shapeliness, was it? But these are fun, and this disc is marvelous. It's on Bis. It's conducted by the late Rafael Frühbeck de Burgos, who was really a wonderful conductor. He didn't have the biggest career on disc after his initial period doing stuff for EMI. He was a wonderful conductor of choral music particularly, and I used to see him in Washington, D.C. He was a guest conductor, regularly appeared with the National Symphony Orchestra, and he did some of the best concerts I have ever seen. He did a Brahms Third Symphony, I'll never forget, that just blew the roof off of the Kennedy Center. It was amazing. Anyway, he's a wonderful conductor, and he's done these 4 Liszt tone poems, a disc that everybody's going to overlook. But when I heard this, I just went, "Oh, yeah, this is really good." You get the Préludes, which everybody likes and knows. It's got the big tune, da 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 da, bum ba dum bum 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 ba. It's wonderful. And Orpheus, which has harps winging along because it's Orpheus. He played the harp quite elegantly, evidently. And then Tasso, Lamento e Trionfo, a big, deep, dark voyage from tragedy to triumph. And finally, Festklänge. Festklänge. Oh, however you pronounce it in German, it sounds equally silly. That just means celebratory noise. That's what it is. It's a celebratory noise. 18 minutes of celebratory noise. Listen, at least Liszt is not trying to be something he's not. Festklänge is a Festklänge. And that's what it does. And I enjoy it. It's got a great main tune. Of course, you hear it 175 times, but, who cares? It's just fun and enjoyable. In fact, the whole disc is fun and enjoyable. It really is kind of scary. You don't see new recordings of Liszt tone poems. There are the classic boxes. There's the Kurt Masur box, which is really very good. There's the Bernard Haitink box, which is really very boring. There's the Arpad Yo box on Hungariton, which is also very good. And there's the Chandos 5-disc set, which has its ups and downs, but it's generally pretty good. I mean, the people who do them tend to do them pretty well, actually, and so does Frühbeck de Burgos. I think that, asking you to get 5 discs or 4 discs of these things may be a bit much, especially given their reputation and people's tendency to look askance at them. So maybe it's a good thing to start with a sample of 4 very, very typical tone poems. And they are, I think they're lovely works. Yes, the orchestration sometimes is a little screechy. And, so Liszt has his issues handling length and form and repetition and all of those things. But the defects are amiable. And they're obvious, if they're defects at all, if you decide that they're defects. It's not like I said, it's honest music. It's music that never tries to be something that it isn't. And that's really the important thing, I think. You can't question the music's sincerity. You just have to wonder sometimes whether Liszt was entirely up to the challenge he set for himself. And that's something everybody has to decide, but I don't care. I really don't care. This is gorgeously recorded. It's the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra, and I really like the conducting. It was so nice to see Frühbeck de Burgos making an appearance again on Bis. The wonderful Bis sonics, and it's just a lovely disc, and I pull it out fairly regularly, and I enjoy hearing this music every now and again, and so will you. I know when I did my little talk on classical music's 10 dirtiest secrets. One of those is Liszt is trash. Of course, those were all jokes. I mean, people are still finding that thing and very seriously taking me to task for some of the things said there, as though any of it was serious. But yeah, okay. So let's say it is. Let's say Liszt wrote some trashy music. Well, it's not here. This is fun stuff, good stuff, and enjoyable, and brilliantly recorded, very sympathetically conducted, taken seriously as it ought to be. So keep on listening, friends. Try out some Liszt tone poems. I bet you have a good time. Take care.